Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing This is turn 81. Let's jump into things. Okay, so Kamul has successfully empowered himself in Death. It's awesome. He is now Death 5. We just need to empower him one more time to Death 6. And then he is... Then we're kind of home free, right? Regardless of what happens to him... unless he gets soul slayed. But regardless of what, if he dies, he'll come back. And he'll come back and all he'll need is a skull staff, right? Skull staff easily replaceable. Whereas a ring of sorcery, or a bone helmet, etc., skull helmet, not easily replaceable. So, that is going to be one of our tactics. Isham 12 has cast Transformation, and we get attacked, turned into a bog beast, attacked by a lesser horror. We've summoned Kusurikus. Nazar the second has cast Gift of Reason and immediately is attacked. So let's see what he gets. He gets attacked by Rarku, the Hunter of Heroes. Okay. Alright. He is guarded. He's got some gear. We have not been able to fit him out or kit him out. He just got back. But he gets paralyzed. So this guy... Did he get paralyzed? That looks like he's paralyzed. It looks like this guy got paralyzed or stunned, but he's not marked as paralyzed or stunned. Very weird. Did I cast Petrify? Is that what happened? Let's double check that. Nazar the second might have cast Petrify. Cast Body Ethereal. And then he cast Petrify. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Fucking cool. The Petrify seems like it went pretty decent. So we are able to cut down Rarku, the Hunter of Heroes. A very dangerous man. He's got a Consume Soul, which is a Soul Slay. He's got Curse. He's got Life Drains. He's got these Astral Hooks, which Horror Mark. And he's got False Fetters, which I think it basically just like makes you immobile. And I think it drops defense. Regardless, we win. We summon some more Kusurikus. We capture some more Blood Slaves. We're going to start putting some of those to use, but it's going to be slow going. And Nazar the second was attacked again. Really? Really now? We're now getting attacked. When we cast something because of Astral Corruption. And just because we're horror marked to shit back. So, here we go. It's a Gortide. Gortide. That did a lot of damage. Here's the problem. Okay. Problem is we only have a single attack right now. Flesh Eater hits very hard. And the Gortide is basically incapable of killing Nazar the second, even with Nazar the second having significantly lower HP than he had prior with things like Gift of Health. It's almost impossible for the Gortide to kill him because of our large regeneration, our resistances, etc. The Gortide does not do very much damage. But we can't kill it either. We only have one attack. It also has resistances. We're doing just under, on average, we're doing just under the amount of fucking damage that it heals. And we're not consistent in hitting every single turn, even if we were doing slightly more damage. Which means this battle goes basically to max, and I'm not gonna sit here and watch or make you watch this. Because it's a good, like, even at fast forward 3, it's a good, like, 2 minutes. It takes an extremely long time. But suffice to say, Nazar the Second perishes. Actually, they both perish. They both just instantly pop. So that's frustrating. But here's the trick, and here's something funny. Because I asked this in the Discord. So I asked people back when Nazar the Second got killed. I asked people, hey, what happens when a immortal pretender gets soul slayed? And people are like, oh, well, you get soul slayed, you can then call God to bring the god back, but they lose immortal. And I thought that was strange. And when we called Nazar the Second back, he still had immortal, like it was still on his bar, but I was like, okay, maybe it doesn't function. No, it functions. Functions just fine. So now we cannot call Nazar the Second back. We have to wait till spring. Fortunately, it's late winter. So we're not gonna have to wait long. Or it might not be late winter, it might be midwinter. We're very close, by the way. So annoying, but it is what it is. Gudu53 has been attacked by Floatcat Horror. This guy is not protected. He's probably gonna die. And he's attacked because he's got Horror Mark from Lightless Lantern. So let's see if he's successful. Oh, he did okay, and then he got zapped. All right. 3 battles. First one, Battle of Thorn Woods. This is probably gonna be nothing. Communion up. The Soul Slays begin. They didn't even... The line of infantry didn't even make it there. They routed off of the Soul Slays and then got destroyed by the Pegasus Riders. Very nice. We didn't lose anything. There's a battle in Gaetia. Gaeta? I don't know. Against... Belphegor. And this guy is definitely considered strong enough to trigger gem uses, so we're going to use a whole lot of gems on these guys. It's not going to matter. But we put up Relief, we put up Natural Storm, we put up all that stuff. These guys get obliterated by a series of Thunder Strikes, and then we start Thunder Striking. Oh, baby, we start Thunder Striking at Belphegor, and this guy starts with 177 health. Okay. Note this guy is susceptible to shock. So that was basically a round. He went from 177 to 109. Oof. If only the Soul Slay was actually like triggering. So he actually routes. And it's funny because we have like another barrage of lightning probably about to land. Because we just had one come in, right? And there's a bunch of... a lot of them are ghost wolfing instead of... I wish they wouldn't do that. As soon as they have enough fatigue, they should be thunder striking. Like if the AI was smart, they would be thunder striking. Ghost wolves? Really? Ghost wolves? What are ghost wolves gonna do? Right? Regardless, Belphegor routes, and he just makes it away. Just makes it away. Yeah, pansy bastard. So we annihilate his slaves, both his actual unit slaves as well as his blood slaves. But it costs us a whole shit ton of gems, which is really annoying. And then we get to witness a battle in Femorio, and this is actually pretty cool. This is an arch double. With 2 flesh eaters, a horned helmet, Armor of Knights, Boots of the Messenger, Amulet of Resilience, and Girdle of Might. When you see these three, by the way, all together, this is Phoenix Pyre through and through, right? This is, dear Lord, please do not let me have fatigue so that I can go poof, poof, poof with Phoenix Pyre. And an Archdevil can make that happen. So Phoenix Pyre immediately comes up. He's up against a bunch of Fomorian militia, some Fearbolg warriors, and really that's it. So he's not going to have any trouble here. Phoenix Pyre, Fire Shield, Resist Cold, these are all very, aside from Phoenix Pyre, these are all low-level spells, very within his 4 fire, which means he is going to have very little fatigue out of all this. Ends up with neutral cold now. Okay. And then he gets attacked by Fomorian Druids, and he commits himself well, right? He's got 4 attacks. And he's got a Fire Shield, Berserking. He's not going to fatigue out. He's got Reinvigoration 11. This guy is loaded for bear. Down. They don't even get him close. Like, granted, keep in mind he actually takes damage, and he doesn't regenerate or anything like that. So he can go down. It's just as soon as he goes down, he's gonna Phoenix Pyre. You're gonna have to pop him multiple times in rapid succession for that Phoenix Pyre to actually not work. Very, very fun fella. Very fun. Very excited to see that. Super cool. So that guy is now on top of Fomoria. We have an unexpected event with a witch being caught, cursing us, misfortune and magic, Baros. We've got -3 Dominion in Rim Mountains. We've got +2 Fire Gems and +4 Astral Gems in Kun Aral. We've completed the City Palisades in Silverfangs. We cured someone of their disease, and we've done some patrolling. So what are we doing this turn? We are doing a lot of shuffling around of Elders. What's going on with all this? We're moving our forces from Thorn Woods back towards Perenna. The goal is to consolidate some forces there and then move on Jabal Kish, probably bringing in forces from Trackless Wastes, okay, which we are continuing to recruit there as well. We have resupplied. Fortunately, there was a laboratory in Gieta, so a fire mage can enter to summon fiery imps. That's really cool. So Belphegor has retreated to Sitha, to this province with Ozelotls there. So we're just gonna head that direction. This time we're going to kill a bunch of Ozelotls and hopefully kill Belphegor. We have slightly adjusted our setup a little bit. We took one of our legions, basically. Like, we have these multiple groups. We took the smaller one and we broke it up into series of bodyguards. Because, and this is entirely because, we don't necessarily need a force marching off to go kill the Ozelotls, because the Ozelotls are going to come to us. We need to make sure that our mages don't get beset by these Ozelotls as they fly up and then come down. Because most of the killing is going to be done through our spells. Okay. That being said, I might take another chunk out of this group and set them to guard commanders. Because really, I think that's the only way we really lose an amount is if the Ozelotls squeeze into like gaps. So guard commander is going to help prevent those gaps, prevent people from getting attacked. So we'll see how it goes. So I did debate this. I did debate just heading straight for Range of Shadows. I'm gonna be straight up. This is another turn that Mictlan has not played. It's 2 hours until the turn rolls, and Mictlan hasn't played still. So it would probably be wiser of me if I want to get Astral Corruption to end sooner rather than later. I should go straight for the capital, right? Because that's the most likely place for this caster to be. That being said, though, I do know Hinnom is trying to go to war with Mictlan, but they are trying to do it diplomatically. They do have a non-aggression pact with them from previous diplomacy, so they are trying to be honest about this. So they are contacting, the player is contacting Mictlan's player, trying to be like, hey, look, you need to do something about Astral Corruption, or I'm going to break our nap. So that prompting might actually bring Mictlan back into the game. And if that is the case, I would rather harm Mictlan by taking out something like a Lord of Hell and an army of Ocelotls, and then maybe moving on White Forest and taking out an army of Ocelotls there, right? So we will see. We might find next turn that Hinnom's just like, hey, look, he didn't respond, or hey, he said he's done with the game. In which case, we'll probably just march towards Mictlan and be like, well, okay, let's try to hunt down this caster and kill him, right? But for now, we're going to try to, just in case he's going to come back, we want to try to hit him where it hurts so that he has less to resist us with in the long run. Other than that, we're not doing a whole lot this turn. We're maneuvering around a little bit here or there. We are taking into 2 down to Silverfangs, and we are building up Silverfangs. But this place generates a shit ton of unrest, just as a heads up. So I'm trying to put together a little army that's going to be able to go to Silverfangs and patrol. Because otherwise, this place is just gonna be horrible for the rest of forever. But we're probably going to cap this throne, if for no other reason than I want the Dominion spread. I don't really care about the rest of it. It's good. I don't really want the Misfortune, but whatever. At this point, I'm not sure that it matters. We are looking at certain opportunities. Another reason why we're aiming towards Sitha is because we're currently sitting at 5 points. We need 17 points. So we know Shattered Throne, right? Does it say on there how much it's worth? It does not. The Shattered Throne is 3, right? So that would put us at 8 points. We know this is the Golden Throne, which I believe is a 2. Yeah, the Golden Throne is a 2, which would put us at 10 points, right? We don't know what Jabal Kish is. I'm assuming... it should be one of these 3, or 2. Throne of Abundance or Throne of Eternal Suffering. Which means that it's going to be worth 3 points. So that would put us at 13. And then this is either the Throne of Earth or Throne of Crystal Throne. Or Throne of Crystal Throne. The Crystal Throne. Throne of Earth or the Crystal Throne, which would put us at 15. So we would need another 3. So what I'm trying to say there is if we cap Silverfangs and we take White Forest, we might hold on Jabal Kish, or we might take Jabal Kish and hold on White Forest, right? But regardless, we're in the scenario where we don't want to look like we're throne rushing, but I might start gearing up towards potentially throne rushing. We've got another throne right here in Raphabolia, right? I'm consistently reinforcing this army as well in Kailasa, and will probably continue to do so. We've been recruiting this entire time. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crystal sorceresses with NC7. But we've got another 6 over here in Tesiphon. I might actually start sending some down to reinforce places like Kailasa, or send some over to reinforce the Mictlan army, the Pangea Mictlan army. So yeah, we've got some options that we're playing around with. I've got Boots of the Messenger to kit people out with and send them flying across our lands. Man, I wish this whole astral corruption thing hadn't happened. I would have a full fucking tab of gear right now. Like I'd have half of everyone in existence that I have decked out in gear. You know? Yeah. All right. What else are we doing? We can't call our god. It's early winter. So early winter, midwinter is going to be 82, late winter is going to be 83, early spring will be 84. So Azar the Second will be back in 84. That's annoying, but it is what it is. So, in the meantime, we are just using our massive income to continue to recruit, and we are empowering Hollow the Mound Fiend in blood, actually, which, yeah, I think is what I want to do. So we're empowering Hollow the Mound Fiend in blood. This is almost exclusively for Curse of Blood. So we could get Hollow up to blood 1 or 2. Get a Sanguine Dowsing Rod and start blood hunting with him. And then we're gonna be able to get much. We're gonna get more from our blood hunting. We might actually start blood hunting with some of our. We might. I'm not gonna do it this turn, but we might actually start. This is a strategy that I had someone mention to me. But we might blood hunt with all of our elders. So all of our elders are spread throughout our empire, right? So it's akin, and it's very low chance of them actually succeeding in their blood hunt. But because they're spread out all over the place, it's... And because, generally speaking, we have good unrest reduction because of the increased defense, right? You might get lucky out of like 20 or 30 provinces. You might get lucky and get like 2 or 3 people who successfully blood hunt each turn. And it doesn't give you much, but when you don't have much, it counts, right? So it's kind of like instead of doing like a bunch of scouts in one province, since we already have Enkidu elders all over the place, we just blood hunt all over the place, and it actually doesn't, from what I'm understanding, it doesn't. It's hard for it to go bad. Anyways, if we can get Hollow up to blood 3, which isn't too difficult, we can very easily get him up to death 5, or death 4 rather, and then we can do Curse of Blood and get Vampire Lords. And getting your first Vampire Lord makes getting your second Vampire Lord way easier, and then getting your third Vampire Lord even simpler, right? So this is just something that we can potentially get to. There's no like limit on Vampire Lords as far as I'm aware. Whereas most of the other things that have limits are already taken, like Archdevils are gonna already be taken, Ice Devils are gonna be taken. I'm assuming just about all the Demon Lords are probably gone, etc. So we're just gonna go for something that's nice and simple, and we'll see how it goes. We are still making our way up Alteration 9. We should be there in 3 turns-ish. And that's pretty much it. We are forging a Ring of Regeneration for... I'm trying to get a set of gear for my god. Basically, I'm trying to... I'm running the risk, but I'm trying to make it to where when my god comes back, I want to outfit him with a shit ton of shit. And it's not going to be like Rings of Warning and stuff like that. I mean turning him into Super Combatant McGee. And we fuck the fucking shit out of things. I'm tired of him dying. Oh my god. Tired of him dying. So we've got Kusarikus coming. We've got Lightless Lanterns. I'm swapping over to Owl Quills. I liked the idea, but the Ring of Warning strategy just isn't working. Don't get me wrong. It's working somewhat, right? But at this point, with what we're doing with Mictlan, right? It's more likely that that's going to be successful than bleeding. We could have already had a massive army here in Ur if we weren't consistently losing people every turn to attacks. So, you know, I don't know that we're necessarily going to stop that, but we're going to stop producing Rings of Warning, and we're going to go from there. And last but not least, this is what our Tartarian spirit turned into. Is another Earth death, unfortunately, which is kind of... meh. Let me double check, actually. I don't remember if the spirits... Because each of the tarts are kind of different. I don't remember if the spirits... spirits always come as Earth 3 Death 2. So I guess in that vein, we actually got unlucky with the Titan rolling Death 3 or Earth 3 Death 2. Not that it's bad, again, to have that Titan. That Titan is a good Titan, you know? But it'd be nice to get some other interesting combinations that I don't have yet. Still, this spirit will be good for many things. If, again, for no other reason, then... oh, you can't put Earth Boots on him, so he's less useful for that. Well, I mean, at that point, Earth is still good, and Death's not horrible. No, Death's not very good for thugging. Earth is still good for thugging, so once we get him healed back up, because we will eventually put up Gift of Health again, once we get him healed back up, then we, you know, figure out what we do from there and kit him out and say, go kill people with your natural regeneration. Good job, buddy. All right. Anyways, I think that is going to be it for the turn. I'm hopeful that the Astral Corruption annoyance is close to an end, but the game is actually starting to get long in the tooth for me. Not... We'll see, right? I feel winded because of dealing with the Astral Corruption stuff. I'm honestly like, I wish for there to be in an alternate universe a version of me that gets to play this game, this exact game, but Astral Corruption never goes up. Because I'd have so much gear and so many more units and interesting like utilizations. I'd also have probably way fewer gems right now, but be that as it may. Yeah, Astral Corruption's not a fun part of the game for. Anyways, I think that is going to be it. The next couple turns as we fight towards Mictlan and as we move towards potentially gearing for a throne rush should be relatively interesting. So, I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.